Hey everybody, Christopher Naiman. Well, back for another video review of Gutermann thread. You know what happened last time with the yellow thread and the fuzzies. Let's see what happens this time with purple thread and some other colors. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, Christopher Naiman. Okay, in continuation about Gutermann thread and the yellow thread here, I loaded up with some different color thread. This is the, let's get a close-up of it here, Gutermann. It is polyester, and the one I used before that was also a polyester. Let's see, it was also a polyester. So this one was a polyester, made in Germany, polyester, and this one is a polyester. Let's get a close-up on that. And where does that say it's made? Does it say it's made anywhere? Polyester, polyester, Gutermann. No, that one doesn't have anything where it's made. But the purple that doesn't state where it's made, I'm not getting fuzzies. I did a whole row here. Now, I want to also point out to you, somebody thought this was wool fabric, and they thought the yellow fuzz I got in the previous video was from the fabric. Well, first of all, this fabric is printed. Here's the other side. Here's the front, and here's the back. You can obviously see, whoops, you can obviously see that it's a printed fabric. And it's a poly cotton. This is a poly cotton, and it was from the, let's see, let me just get it out of here, I'll show you. It was from the Ralph Lauren Home Collection, fall of '93. That's how old this fabric is. Isn't that something? Fall of '93. Alright, so let's go and do some more sewing here, and I'll show you that I'm having better results with a different color thread that doesn't state it was made anywhere. Now, by this time, you would see yellow forming on my foot from the other thread. And I'm not getting a buildup of that. I'm not getting a buildup at all. Let me switch colors again, because I have a whole box here of other colors, and let's see what happens next. Okay, I just took the spool off of the machine, and the sticker on the top says made in Germany. I don't get it. Why do they have some printed there and others printed right on the spool itself? See? I don't get it, man. They're kind of 100% polyester. 100% polyester. But they're not sure what they want to do, right? Okay, let's move on. Okay, I'm going to load this green up. And this one, it has made in Germany on the spool. And then, after that, I'm going to try this one here. And this is 100% cotton. 100% cotton. Made in Germany. Is that, no. Is that Germany? Or is that Greece? That's Greece. Made in Greece. Sure is. This is, what brand thread is this? Gutermann. And this one's made in Greece. And it's 100% cotton. But we're going to try this polyester first, the green one. Okay, I've got the green loaded up. And now we're going to see what it does. Oh, I got the thread caught in there. Let's see, I got that caught. That'll be okay. I'll just let it. I'll just trim it there. I'll just trim it right here. Alright, let's continue sewing. See, this is what I do before I actually use a thread on any project I'm doing. I actually test it. And this is what inspired this video. I wanted to do some decorative stitching on the front of one of my new shirts. So I thought I would try some different colors of thread, and that's what spawned this video, and that's how I discovered this yellow thread was so fuzzy. And look at it, doesn't even look fuzzy, right? So, and then somebody said, oh, it's your machine, it's your machine. Your machine is causing it to shred. I'm like, well, I haven't had any problems on any other brands. I haven't had any problems on Coates and Clark. So this Gutermann was the first one I've ever had problems with. Now the purple one was fine. Let's see if this green one does. Okay, so far there's no green spitting on top of the foot. No green. It's not spitting. Alright, let me look at my needle bar. The needle bar... No. So far, okay. Okay, I'm not seeing any fuzzies on the needle, on the foot, the presser foot. And let's see, let's look at the needle again. Let's go needle up, needle down. There we go. No fuzzies on a needle bar. The thread looks nice. I could make it shorter if I wanted. Now I have a top stitch needle in here. That's what I'm sewing with. Size 14 top stitch needle. All right, let's switch to this all cotton thread and see what this does. Okay, back. There it is, loaded in there. What do you call that? Like I don't know, kind of a crimson type color. All cotton, Gutermann. And it's something, Gutermann's thread made in Germany, made in Greece. And someone online wrote and said that they had a spool that said made in Mexico. I can't verify that. Let me pull out one of my new spools of thread on my rack here. Let's just see what this one says. This one I bought last year at Joann Fabrics. So this one says Gutermann. And it says Germany, but it doesn't say made in Germany. You gotta watch, you know. Just because it says a country doesn't mean it's made in that country. Okay, 100% polyester. Alright, so maybe these are the ones that are made in Mexico now. I don't know. But just because it says a country doesn't mean it says it is made there. It has to say made in that country. They're having a lot of problems with America, with things being made in America right now. They say made in USA, and it's not true because the parts being used are brought in from other countries, but they are allowed to legally to say assembled in the USA or cut and sewn in the USA. But most parts are coming in from other countries. So, and this was out of my new thread stand. I got this at Joann Fabrics last year. A bunch of us online. We were a whole bunch of us. Denise, my friend Denise from Michigan, she even got one too. Denise, you're watching this, give me a holler up, give me a thumbs up on this, you know. So anyway, so that thread doesn't tell us where it's made. But the one in here says Greece. So let's test it. Okay, so far I see no fuzzies. Okay, so far I see no fuzzies, and if this was that yellow thread, I would have saw fuzzies by now. So, that yellow thread here, that was a fluke. There's something wrong with the manufacturing process of this one. I don't know, you never know by looking at it, right? And for those that say it's the machine that's shredding the thread, well, I just put on 2 different types of Gutermann thread, two other colors of that Gutermann thread, and it's not shredding, and it's not my machine doing it. So obviously I got a bad batch of thread. That yellow was a bad batch. But again, this is why we do sample testing before we actually do it on our original garments. You know, I'll be honest with you, and excuse my French, you can't trust shit today. You can't trust anything today. I wrote 2 blogs about don't believe the bullshit from the salespeople. People telling people, oh, this is made in America. It used to be, not anymore. When was the last time you checked your tags? You know, so if the thread is good and it works, pat yourself on the back and take a sigh of relief. If it doesn't work, like if I bought this from a dealer, or if I bought this at Joann's, you better believe I would take this back. But this did not come from Joann's. This came from a box that a lady friend gave me. Those there came from Joann Fabrics. These here came from Joann Fabrics. This was a good deal too. I think I got this for like $35. It was one of those where they had a major markdown. And everybody online was writing to get that. And you can see I haven't used it yet. I haven't used it yet. It's too pretty. Too pretty. Okay, so anyway, let's continue a little more of this. You know, us sewers are like stamp collectors. You know, we buy lots of thread, fabrics. It's like a wine collection, our fabric. But I do use everything I buy because I always buy extra. Or I have extra of it. I'm going to have to do a video later for you guys of my needle collection. If you think my thread collection is big, wait to see my sewing machine needle collection. Alright, do we see any fuzzies? Do you see any of that crimson color fuzzies on the presser foot yet? Nope. Nope. Not at all. Now, I am not going to load this yellow thread back on here because I went through and I cleaned all this in here. Okay? I cleaned all that in there and I didn't want that messed up again. Alright? So, I'm not throwing this yellow thread out. But I will tell you what, if anyone who works for Gutermann or sees this video, my video prior to this, you look for the other prior video that showed you the fuzzies in this. If you can write me through my website or let me know what the issue could be, I'd appreciate it. I really would, because, you know, I write so many times on my blogs that I use all kinds of brands of threads and they all work for me. This was the very first time, and I swear to God to you people, this is the very first time I ever came across a thread that did this. Because I use Walmart thread, I use Coates & Clark thread, I use every kind of brand thread you can think of, and I never have any problems. The only problems I ever had were disintegrated, like this here, I'm going to show you this again, where it disintegrates, that plastic disintegrates. And I even had that done like I showed you on the Madeira thread. This thread here, I think this was Singer. I think this was a Singer thread. I'll look for some more later and see if I have any more of that thread in there. But yeah, so okay, let's wrap up this video. Okay, my thread just busted. Well, that was the first time I ever busted thread. Oh, that was the first time I ever busted thread. Alright, thread just busted. I don't know why I did that. I never bust thread. Let's look up here. Did it get... Huh. Let's look here. Okay, so... Well, that's unusual. It might be a weak thread. I'll have to test it out. Let me put the camera down. Okay, so let's do the test, the thread test. If you can hear this snap pretty strongly, that means the thread is good. Ready? Okay, it's very good. It's not as strong as polyester though. So let's snap a polyester here. I'm getting such a thread nest here. Let's snap some of this polyester. Okay, you ready to hear this? Let's go. Oh, let me do that again without this. Hold on a minute. Let me get this. Ready? Here we go. That took more effort for me to pull. The polyester took more effort for me to pull. The cotton thread is not as strong as the polyester naturally, and that's why it eventually broke. Let's do this again. I do have the tension on auto. I could override it if I wanted to. I rarely ever sew with cotton threads. I always use polyester threads. I know quilters love their cotton threads, but I'd be curious to know how long a cotton thread would last in a quilt. So we certainly don't want to use it for our garment construction. Okay, this is going good. I don't see any fuzzies on the presser foot. So again, it was a fluke of this yellow thread, but I'll tell you what, if I find any more thread doing the fuzzies like in my previous video that started this whole chain of videos now, I'll do another video and show you all. So thank you for being on this journey with me. I do appreciate it. And like I said, if I come across anything more in the future, I will do videos on it. You know I've been open and honest to you all, and you see my results with all my work. There's no reason for me to bullshit you all, because if I'm giving you wrong information, you will never trust me, you'll never buy my books, you'll never buy my embroidery designs, nothing. So I'm giving you the honesty. I'm a consumer as well as an educator, teacher, author. So I know I want honesty, and I talk about that even in my business. I don't bullshit people. I'm a hairdresser also. If there's a product that's on the shelf and there's a product that you need and I don't have that product, I'm not going to sell you another product that's not going to work for you just to get a sale. And I will tell you what's in that product and the benefits. I'm not one of these people that are going to say, oh, smell it. Smell my hair. Doesn't it smell good? Oh, feel my hair. Doesn't it feel good? I'm going to give you the benefits and the reasons of what's in that product. I'm going to educate you so you know what you're buying. Just like I'm going to educate you about threads and everything and what I do. You have your results. You can do your own testing. I'm doing this to help you all. And I know you all appreciate it because I see your replies. So many of you are thanking me for my honesty and thanking me for showing you these things. I wouldn't use this stuff if it doesn't work. So I've given a consideration to the Gutermann to say, okay, I had a fluke. Now I'm saying that the rest of the threads are okay. You all be the judge on your threads, but always remember, no matter what brand you're using, just because you may not see dust around here, you're still going to have filaments from the fabric that are going to embed down into the bobbin case. So always keep your machine clean. Remember that. And change your needle after about 6 to 8 hours of continuous sewing. All right, remember that. And study your needles, everybody. Study the needles. Go to the websites. Go to Schmetz and Class A, and go to those websites and read about needles. All right, this is it for today. Thank you all. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.